Hi everyone, so I wanted to make this little video to talk about my friend Hank and what he meant to me as a teammate and as a person, and what I think he meant to the community as a whole. So yeah, I played rugby for 3 years while I was at CC, and he was always just this really kind and welcoming person, and that really meant a lot to me, especially as someone who's not necessarily the most athletic person or the most adept at rugby. He still made me feel, I don't know, included and wanted, and he did that in a lot of ways, in a lot of really intentional ways. When we went to Miami as a team to go to this rugby tournament, we went to this Latin dance club afterwards. I kind of dragged the team to it, and I wasn't sure if everybody was gonna like it. I didn't know if it was gonna be too culturally different. But when we went, he went out of his way to tell me, "I'm really glad you brought us here. That was dope." And that meant a lot to me as someone who doubts himself a lot and isn't sure what people are gonna like. And um, yeah, when I made carne asada for the team, I wasn't sure if the team was gonna like it. I didn't know if they were gonna like the ponche, which is like this warm Mexican drink. Um, but he went out of his way to tell me like this was good. Thank you for like making this, and that was really intentional. Um, I think the last thing he said to me was, "This is some damn good meat, sir." Um, Fucking Hank. um, I don't know. I loved him, and he meant everything to me as a teammate and as a human being. He had, oh god, he had such a way with words. I mean, he could write prose and epics about the Tony special, and he did, and it was beautiful. And I don't know, man. I feel like I didn't realize how much rugby was gonna mean to me. I joined the team because of people like Hank, people who made me feel welcome, people who made me feel wanted. When CC can be not the most welcoming place to people, I don't know. I miss him, and I don't know what I'm realizing about the culture of rugby and people who are like Hank, who make you feel welcome, who make you feel wanted, who make you feel included, who make you feel loved in all these little ways. Is, I mean, people there's people like Zach, there's people like Sam Tree, there's people like Tucci, and more just people I could name, people who I barely knew, who would just go out of their way to just say hello. And I feel like people don't realize like how much that can just do for your mental health, because there was a lot of times where I just didn't, I, because I wasn't the most athletic person, I didn't feel like I fully had like a stake in the team. But people I barely know, people from the Cuddies who I'd said like one word to, or just like maybe saw me on the team, would say like, "Oh, like hi, like how are you doing?" And that's not like, I know it sounds like simple, but that's not a culture you see in a lot of teams. Um, and I don't know, there were a lot of points where I felt down, and I wasn't feeling good about myself, and I didn't feel wanted. And just things like, just like saying hello, those little check-ins, those, hey, like come to this, don't, like, we want you here, like things like that. Just they meant everything to me. And Hank was one of those people who made you feel included, who made you feel wanted, who made you feel loved. And I don't know if you see his impact and the way that the community came together after everything happened, the way that everybody supported one another, the way that everybody checked in on one another. He had a huge impact, a positive impact. I don't have a single bad memory of Hank. Um, he was he was a beautiful human being, and I feel grateful to have known him. Um, so one of the things I decided to do was get this get this tattoo, which is an outline of his very iconic scraggly beard and long hair. Um, I think the thinking behind it was just, I felt like he still had a lot of life to live. I remember I told him in Miami, I was like, I think you're gonna be like the next great American author, because he just had that iconic look, and he just had such a cool way with words. Um, and I felt like there was still things that he should have been able to see. Um, so I wanted to carry him with me in some way. I want to take him to these places that I'll go to. I want to take him on adventures, new things. It's just he deserves to see that. Um, Another positive impact that he had with me was, um, I don't know. I went through a lot of just not great periods while I was CC, where I had a lot of just, I don't know, like imposter syndrome and just like sadness. And yeah, I don't know. I'd put off like going to counseling for a long time, for years, because I don't know. I didn't want to face um, just what I feel and what I felt. Um, but it made me realize that I needed to do something. So yeah, now I'm going to counseling this upcoming Wednesday, and I'm fucking scared, but um, I know it's the right thing to do, and I know it's something I needed to do. Um, Hank, he really was just everything to the team. Um, I know that we're all gonna miss him, and I hope we all continue to support one another. I hope we continue the culture of just making people feel included, because I think what I realized about rugby is there's this, I don't know, it's just, we have so many different people. I mean, I'm just this, I ran cross country. What the fuck am I doing trying to tackle these 200-pound giants? But the culture of the team just, it just draws you in. It's never about where you are, where you start, if you're the biggest person. It's about how much can you grow. It's about, this is the community, and if you put this work in, that we're going to draw you in, and we're going to love you. It's never just about like the drinking and the partying and the tackling. Rugby is a fucking, it's a dumb sport to play. It's so dumb. I have fucking twisted fingers now because of playing, and I've cracked ribs and had all these like little injuries, but I don't fucking regret it, because I got to be a part of this amazing community, and I just hope we continue to do what Hank did, and make people feel included, and make and focus on growth, and saying like hello to each other, check in, like that shit. When you're not having the best time, that can fucking, I don't know, it can keep you going. Um, and I don't know. I just hope that the culture stays strong, and we're all really gonna miss Hank. He was he was everything to me. He was everything to the team, and Yeah, I'm gonna miss him.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Lock your Soyuz hatch and put your helmet on. 10. Ground control to Major Tom. 7, 6. Commencing countdown, engines on. 3, 2. Detach from station and may God's love be with you. This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade, and the papers want to know whose shirts you wear. But it's time to guide the capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control.